Your first semester is the one that scares everyone, and for good reason. It's where students either find their footing or fall behind. Welcome back to College Conversations. I'm Dr. Janice Fedor, and I help you navigate college. Here's the thing, a first semester is actually pretty predictable. After 2 decades of watching it all play out, I can tell you almost exactly what's coming week by week. So in this video, I'm going to give you the exact roadmap of your first 15 weeks and what to do at the start, where the danger zone is, how to handle midterms, and what to do if you're already struggling. So let's walk through it together. Weeks 1 and 2 are your foundation, and most students waste them, unfortunately. They show up, they figure out where the buildings are, and then they coast because the real work hasn't started yet. Now that is a mistake. I want you to use that time wisely. So here's what to do instead. Read every syllabus the first day you get it, and read it like it's a contract, because it is. Read it like it's a lease that you're about to sign. Everything that determines your grade is in that document. Then take every due date from that syllabus and put them all into one single calendar, one place. Because when you can see the entire semester laid out, you will spot the weeks where things are due all at once, and then you can start working on those earlier instead of drowning in them later. And finally, when you go to class every week, that first week, even the ones that feel optional, just go to class every day. Because that first week is when professors tell you how they actually run their course. This is what we usually do on Wednesdays or whatever they're doing. And that information never makes it onto paper. There's always some little quirks that they'll say that won't be on the written syllabus. Now, when we get to the part that nobody warns you about, which is weeks 3 through 6, I call this the danger zone, and here's why. Burnout does not usually happen in week 2. In week 2, you're still fresh, you're still excited. It's all like, oh, this is great. I'm living at an all-inclusive buffet and so forth. You're trying everything. Burnout usually happens around week 6 when the reading has piled up, the first big assignments are landing all at once, and you suddenly realize you've been quietly falling behind since week 3. There wasn't anything really happening, and now all of a sudden, boom, everything's happening. And you didn't even feel it happening. Now, remember the credit hour math? For every hour in class, 2 to 3 hours outside class. By week 6, those hours have compounded. And the students who didn't plan for them are the ones that I see in my office. They're overwhelmed because they didn't keep up with the reading, and they're wondering what went wrong. So here's how to survive the danger zone. Front load your work in weeks 1 through 3. While it's light, read ahead. Use that time wisely. If you have a light week, read ahead in your other class. So that way you have a little bit of margin when it gets heavy. Check your calendar every Sunday night. Look 2 weeks ahead, not just at tomorrow. Maybe I'm going to spend a little bit more time reviewing those notes or whatever, or maybe meeting with somebody if you need to. And the moment you feel yourself slipping, do not wait. That's the week to go to the office hours, not the week before finals. Go during that time. When midterms arrive, most students do the exact same thing. They reread their notes and they highlight their textbook. And it feels productive, but here's the truth. That barely works. After watching students prepare for exams for 20 years, I can tell you the difference between the ones who remember the material and the ones who blank out in the exam room when it comes down to one thing, and that's active recall. So instead of rereading, close the book and then write down everything that you remember. Quiz yourself. Just say, okay, what do I remember about this? That act of pulling the information out of your brain is what actually builds the memory. Then teach the material out loud, even to an empty room, or just be in your dorm room and then pretend you're teaching the class. Because if you can explain it simply, then you truly understand it. Or maybe you have your buddy system and you're teaching each other. Space your studying over several days, not one night before. I'm fully against pulling an all-nighter because your brain consolidates learning during sleep, not during a cram session. Now, maybe you're watching this and you're already behind. The ad drop deadline has passed, the work has piled up, and you're starting to panic. I want you to take a breath because there is still a path forward. First, talk to your advisor today if you can. Please make it today. They have seen every version of behind that exists, and they know options that you don't even know to ask about. A reduced load, maybe an incomplete, a late withdrawal. You are not the first student to need a lifeline, and asking for one is not a failure, it's wisdom. Second, I want you to use every resource your college offers: the tutoring center, the writing center, the counseling center. You're already paying for all of them. Then they're not extras for struggling students. They are tools for smart ones. Third, be honest with one professor about what's going on. Most of us are far more willing to work with a student who comes to us early and sincerely than you would ever expect. We really want you to succeed. We want you to make it. So please come to us and just tell us what's going on. So that's your roadmap. Set your foundation in the first 2 weeks. Respect the danger zone in weeks 3 through 6. Study with active recall, not just rereading. And if you're already struggling, reach out today, because help really works, but only if you ask for it. Your first semester does not have to be something that you barely survive. With this roadmap, it can be the semester you actually find your footing. Please leave a comment below and tell me which week of the semester you're most nervous about. I read every single one, and I will make videos answering you. Please remember to hit subscribe and share this video if you found it useful. And most of all, remember to keep learning.